พุทธัง Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi Dhammaṃ Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi Saṅgham Saraṇaṃ Gacchāmi. After we bow down to the Lord Buddha, all the teacher, master, the siddhas from all over the universe, we feel blessed to be here in Dhammachala at the Wat Thai, near the residence of His Holiness Dalai Lama. We feel blessed to be here, and we feel we like to share with you our insight, awakening of the 7 states of consciousness. From His Holiness Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, we learned that for fully developed human being, we need to practice certain technique so that we can grow from waking state, sleeping state, and dreaming state, and then drop into the transcendental reality or Paramattha Samadhi, the 4th states. What is it like to be experiencing the 4th state? We know in our daily life, the moment we get up, we think and we act and we stimulate, we assimilate, we experience so many things, thousands of things every day, from a childhood until you drop your body. What happened then? Impression or experiencing in the waking state sometimes bring happiness, satisfaction, but most of the time, unhappiness and suffer. Therefore, Guru, like Lord Buddha, and many other Gurus, they come on this planet to share the light, the technique, the wisdom, so that we can go across the world of Maya or illusion. How? There's so many life experiences been through with this Maya. But this life, at least we have a hope that we can really cross over the wall of ignorance and enjoy the other side of light. That's what the Paramattha Samadhi is all about, the 4th state of consciousness. Now we go back to the 1st state, we're thinking, we're planning, we're acting, we're living. And then after the sunset, we feel tired, then we go to sleep state. That sleep is a necessity because the body needs rest, the mind needs to be content, rest. And sometimes we go into dream state. That means the body sometimes wakes up and the mind didn't want to wake up, we call dreams. So this 3 state we've been going on and on and on, 24 hours a day, 30 days a month, 365 days a year, for many, many, many years. And yet, we're still drawn into this ignorance deeper and deeper. This is what we experience in our life. Until we learn how to go beyond. The 4th state means to go beyond. Beyond what? Beyond the senses, beyond the mind, beyond the intellect, beyond the ego. When you go beyond, what is happening then? You become your real self. We call subject referral. Whereas before, 1, 2, 3, you're always object referral, which is illusion. When we realize our subject, our real self, pure existence within ourselves, at the beginning of thoughts, or even before thinking, there, the reservoir of all the energies, all the wisdom, all the creative intelligence within that. And you know how to tap that and bring it back to your waking state, sleeping state, and dreaming state like that. And gradually, life becomes more easier to live, more accomplishment done with less time and less resistance. Why? Because you do have certain law of nature, certain creative intelligence behind you now. Just like the gardener, he know how to put the seed in the ground. And gradually, daily, he put water in the ground. Some intelligence in nature start to support him. The whole tree is grown into fruit. It's not his doing, only his wish. And the doing is the nature. So we have to learn how to invoke the nature within us and invoke the nature outside of us to be part of our life. And this can only happen when you experience daily the fourth state, Paramat Samadhi. And when that happens, gradually life becomes more happier, more healthier, more sharing feeling is there. Only that fourth state can connect you with the fifth, sixth, and seventh. Without that, you can dream about it, you can read a million books about it, you can go to all the courses, and yet you're still in these three states. And this is what we experience daily. We see people coming in and going. They spend lots of money, a lot of time, a lot of practice, yet they still have that intellectual knowledge. Now, the fourth state. I'm here in Dharamshala. I want to share this experience to you. But we just need people to come and open their hearts and mind and learn and practice. Main thing is practice. Now, when you go into the fourth state, what happened with your mind? Before that, 1, 2, 3, you're thinking, you're dreaming, you're sleeping, your mind is active. When you go to fourth state, your mind becomes simple. We know when we're simple, we're just like the waves slowing down and become an ocean. The thinking, the planning, the dreaming, the anticipation become less and less important. You become simple. When you're down from the waves to the ocean, you permeate with it. You expand. That's what blissful or happiness life is all about. We're thinking all the time how to expand in this brain. And then the only concrete expansion that we can see is material wealth that you can touch. Oh, now I have 1 house, 2 houses, 3 houses. Now I have more money in the bank. All these things, that's expansion. But the expansion of the awareness, of the simplicity, is the mind, the knowledge, the unbounded feeling, freedom. That this is what needs in this life. Now when you become simplest and you practice more and more and more and more, the experiencing, because life is, that's all it is, experiencing. Whatever you experience, that's what your life is. The experiencing become more, deeper. That means you start to see things, deeper values, purer value, because you become more simple. When the waves settle down, that drops in the wave become the ocean. Then the ocean, as you know, is unbounded. Then if you appreciate the ocean fully, you become very simplest. Your mind is getting more simplest. When you're simplest, then you're in the fifth state of consciousness. And when you own that simplicity, or you own that drop of all water in the ocean, that drop of water is still in the waves. Now you have both. You have the thinking, sleeping, dreaming, which is the waves. And yet you have a drop which is silence in that waves. So you have the fifth state, that means you're both, the drop and the waves. That's when you're most simple. And now you go deeper, you become most simplest. What happened then? The state is there, but the appreciation changed. When you're in the fifth, your development on the consciousness is almost complete. Your life is complete because your karma, your past action, your suffering which stored the impression that there has been so many lifetimes will not disturb you. Because you're not that wave, you're just a drop of ocean in that waves. You're free. The wind blows, you're free. But when that drop of ocean become lively or most simple, then that drop can see many drops in the waves now. It's part of the waves, and yet without any waves. This is where the sixth is. And then the next step is that when you, as the single drop now, see yourself as complete ocean. You see ocean in that waves. Now you're in the seventh. The main thing right now, the fourth is just like you, part of the wave, and yet you become the drop. And yet you're the wave, and a drop like this. This is the fourth. The fifth means you're the drops, but separate from the wave now. You're in the wave, and yet you're separate. The sixth is that drop becomes celestial. That means you see the waves as the ocean. Celestial means the ocean. And then the seventh is means you and the ocean are one. This is what this Paramatsamadhi technique promised, that anyone who practices will gain that knowledge easily, very easy, because to be the ocean should be easy, because you came from that ocean. You are the ocean. But when your ego taking over, the sense taking over, you become human. So you lost the ocean. And sometimes you become a waves. Sometimes become small waves, big waves like that. So become the complete ocean and the waves. It's not difficult. Just to know it and realize it. And for that, you need a technique. I wish you all happy and get enlightened soon. Ajay Gurudev.